I think we all can agree that Second Life has gotten expensive as Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be reading y'all's comments on my previous video where I asked, do y'all think Second Life has gotten expensive? And I think all of us can agree that it definitely has. If you've been playing for a few years, you can definitely tell. And also too, I'm disappointed in the urban community. Let's get into the video. These are all of the comments so far. I'm recording this on Thursday, the day after I posted this video, but it's still a lot of juicy comments that I want to read or reread because I already read them. Second Life sure has gotten more expensive. That is why I stopped playing 2 years ago, so I can only imagine the inflation of it all. Shake my head. That's crazy. Somebody said, I don't think SL is necessarily expensive, but since everyone is pricing their stuff higher now, 20k Lindens probably seems like so little when in reality it's actually a lot. I feel like we've gotten so used to seeing higher prices that anything under that automatically feels cheap, even though 20k Lindens can still be a pretty good amount. And I responded and said, facts, 20k don't even be feeling like nothing anymore. When I first started, I used to be happy as over 2 to 3k. Shake my head. I remember when I first started playing SL and I was living with this dude, right? I think I did a story time on it. Well, not really living with him. I didn't have no land, no plat, no nothing. I was new to SL and I forgot where I met him at. Anyway, he allowed me to be at his crib or whatever. So if I needed to change, you know, maybe drop some stuff on his land or whatever, I could do that type of stuff. He used to give me lending sometimes, and I remember he used to give me like 2k, 3k or whatever. In total, he probably gave me like 5, 6k. Back then, I was so happy when he would give me that. Thinking about that, I'd be having to spend 2 to 3k on my rent on SL. So 2 to 3k is not nothing. When I even made my new Avi and I sat there and decorated and stuff, I even explained in the video I bought 30k. I think that's the most lenders I've ever bought at one time. But after the fact, I felt like, did I get my money's worth? Furniture, I expect to be expensive. Clothes and hair and stuff, y'all be taxing. So, yeah, we're gonna get into that. Like I said, the urban community, I'm disappointed in y'all because why are y'all overpricing y'all customers? Like, why? Stop doing that, please. Somebody said, I've been here since 2012 and have spent most of it as a premium member. I'm scared to calculate the answer of how much I have spent on Second Life. And yes, we did have flexi hair. We started with flexi hair. Actually, a few stores made mesh hair, but it was pre-mesh bodies and all edit. But to answer the question, yes, it has gotten expensive. From hairs costing 500 lindens to certain basic colors being fat pack exclusive, land prices skyrocketing during COVID and staying there, like Walmart refusing to go back to 24 hours, customs becoming the norm for females, a new body drops every 2 business days, root prices, etc. It adds up and quickly. Customs is like the norm now when it comes to skins and stuff. Oh, I make custom skins, I make custom this, and I make custom this, that, whatever. Customs, like, bruh, dang. And then when they do customs, they be taxed them with customs. I think I still want to buy a custom skin, but I gotta weigh my options because I'm not gonna go to the first person. I'm gonna see whose quality I like the best, pricing and all that, then I'm going to get my custom skin. And I didn't know they had flexi hairs back then, but I do know back then a lot of people was wearing mesh. I have mesh hairs in my inventory. I just don't wear them no more because I just don't like my hair being stiff. Like, I play 5M a lot, kind of, sort of, so I have to see stiff wigs all the time on 5M. Yeah, who want a stiff wig on SL? No thank you. It always is a new female body dropping though. Like, what's up with that? Like, I get it, but like, dang. And then also too, you got to think about the creators that gotta make the meshes and all that stuff for the clothes for all these different bodies. Like, it's just too much, too much. Like, I get it, customization, some bodies you can do this, some bodies you can't do that. I feel like don't nobody else drop a body the rest of the year. Like, we got enough bodies. Didn't a body drop this year, or am I tripping? It might have been head. I get it, new year, new body. No, stop doing that for real, because then y'all be taxing the bodies, be like 5, 6k, 7k. That's why I'm sticking with my legacy. And then some creators don't even be making clothes for these new bodies y'all be having. This is just like, you're limited, but at the end of the day, I got taxed for this new body. So yeah, I totally understand. I responded and said, I don't want to calculate the real number I spend either. I know it's a few bands. I'm not lying, y'all. I'm so for real. And oh my gosh, Second Life was way cheaper before COVID, so my little $60 would have stretched more if I started a few years prior. Like, that's so crazy. I started SL after COVID. I wish I could have been able to see like a comparison, even if I kind of played Second Life a little bit before COVID, like maybe not fully committed to it because I wasn't on VU then. I think I had took a break from like IMVU and stuff like that. But if I would have started SL like 2019 before COVID and then been able to experience it after COVID, that would have been a good video, because then I would have been able to give y'all the tea, been able to compare and contrast. But dang, Because when I first started, that's why I said $60. When I first started, I only spent $60. Some people now, you're gonna have to spend $150 to like 200. I'm being so for real. Somebody said they acting like they a part of the cellular services, food and gas prices. All of a sudden, everything need to go up. Literally, they acting like corporate and all these big companies. Like, y'all didn't have to raise y'all prices just because of inflation in real life. Like, that's really irritating, because y'all know all food, clothes, everything, electronics, all that stuff done went up. Y'all didn't have to raise y'all prices on SL either, bro. But like I said, people raise their prices to try to combat with the money that they're getting off of Second Life. So let's just say they bills add up to 2K. With inflation, maybe they bills increase, so now they bills is, let's say, 2,500 as an example. They feel like they need to charge their customers more lending. So typically I might charge, let's say my fat packs might be 1,100. Now my fat packs 1,300, 1,400. Like, come on, like, get the, and people that buy mega fat packs, you're a different breed. I've never, and I don't think I will ever buy a mega fat pack, which is like everything. So say if it's an outfit, a shirt and a pants and the shoes and all that, I wish I would buy a mega fat pack. No ma'am, that's like 10K right there. No ma'am. If I went on the non-urban side, it probably would be way cheaper, but in the urban community, that's like 10K lendings. No thank you. Somebody said currently at work to fund my Second Life addiction, and I said I know that's right, because yeah, Second Life is expensive. Somebody said, oh my gosh, yeah, Second Life is expensive. I gotta go on the other side of the grid to get my stuff, because the urban side is just way too expensive for me, at least. I can't afford it, nor can I keep up. And I said, I know exactly what you mean, and it's sad. Shake my head. They responded and said, it is, and if you speak on it, they call you poor. Well, yes, in fact, I am poor, but I am trying my best. That's actually weird. Like, what? Wait a minute. I mean, like they said in the Reddit, they was saying like everybody don't have this amount of money to spend, but I feel like it's levels to it. Now, maybe a couple $100, you know, stuff like that, but for you to be like, oh yeah, if you want this and that, you gotta spend $2,000-3,000 IRL dollars, like that's actually bad. And I get it, yeah, it's a hobby, you know, this is a game at the end of the day, it's not real life. Some people get on here to escape reality, make friends, socialize, etc., do crazy stuff. Why am I spending $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on a game though? Because creators want to overcharge and tax. I don't understand. Somebody said the urban side of SL is definitely way overpriced, and I think it's more about greed with some of the prices. I am kind of hoping shopping slows down overall, and so can go back to people actually doing and organizing fun stuff instead of shopping in virtual. And I said, oop, you described half of the urban side. Literally. That's crazy. But the shopping is definitely slowing down, y'all. I went to an event yesterday. It was barely anybody in there. Like, I literally looked at the calendar. I said, wait, what's today? And it's basically empty. There's nobody in here for real. I think it might have been like maybe 10 people in there. I'm just gonna throw out a number. Normally that event is packed for weeks. It don't really start slowing down, I think, to like the last week that it be open. People in the urban community, if y'all want people to buy y'all stuff, why overcharge them? You think that's gonna make somebody buy your stuff because they overcharged? No, that's not gonna make nobody want to shop you because you're taxing them. And I'm not saying price your stuff super cheap, but be reasonable. Like, y'all know what's going on with the economy. People are still willing to spend their money on the game even though times is hard in real life, and y'all are still taxing people. Make it make sense. Like, Second Life is hella expensive. When I was uploading so much, I had to get a job, and we all know what that means. People thinking it's a real job and the abuse be happening left and right. Then back to uploading to get away from the drama. And I think they talking about a job as in, I don't know all the jobs on SL. Y'all leave them in the comments if you know. But I know, like, you could be like a stripper, you could be a manager for like a creator, you could be a manager or an event manager. Somebody said, oh my gosh, I'm glad somebody said it. I spent way more than I'm willing to admit. I've been playing SL for over 10 years and now I have adult money. Shake my head. I remember when I was playing IMU, obviously I was a kid on there, and then when I start having adult money, I wasn't spending that much money on there though, but I was able to spend like my money on the game. It's a whole different feeling. I'm assuming that's kind of how it was, but IMU was still cheap though. Like, IMU not really expensive. It's nowhere expensive like Second Life. They done added a few other features and stuff that you probably could pay for, like with the whole creator stuff. Second Life will never give us a sale. You think Second Life will ever be like, oh y'all, it's the end of the year, we're gonna give y'all a sale if y'all want some lendings, oh 10% off, 15% off? You think they would do that? No, Linden Labs will not do that. Like, you gonna have to pay that full amount. Somebody said stores on the other side of the grid don't have the prices. There are some stores where you can get a whole outfit for 400 to 500 lindens. The urban side of the grid are selling fat packs as high as 7 to 8K. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's ridiculous. I want to support my people, but I won't be price gouged any longer. And that's so true. Some of my fave creators, like, I love you down, but I'm gonna take a break from shopping you. Can a creator really give me an explanation? And I get it. Oh, it's my store, I can price it however much I want, but it's a pattern. It's not just 1, 2, 3 people in the urban community. It's like, me personally, if I had to throw out a number or percentage, I would say about 80% of the urban community be overtaxing for their stuff. And I'm talking about overtaxing and it don't be worth that amount. Obviously, as a person, you can feel however you feel. Say for instance with hair, why are you charging me 700 to 800 lindens for some flexi hair? And more than likely you recycled the hair base, and you probably recycled some of your hair textures from previous hairstyles. It's so many people that I want to name drop. I'm gonna name drop on my Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, I think by the time y'all see this video, because I just recorded a Patreon, I did like a get ready with me video, y'all should see that on there. If I'm tired, the community is obviously tired. We're all tired. The picture that I use for the thumbnail, I'm gonna have it on the screen. I literally seen that on Facebook because I googled like Second Life expensive and it was showing me like the newer stuff. I don't know why in the video that I recorded it was showing me old stuff from 11 years ago and 2020 and 20. Like, why are y'all showing me these old forums and community posts and stuff on Reddit? But when I searched it up again, I was seeing the newer stuff from like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I was seeing the recent stuff. Like I said, I try. You see the curls kinda, but like right here there's no curl. Over here there's no curl. It's kinda not really. That's why I'm not really trying to turn my head because it's embarrassing. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all, if y'all have any other comments and opinions y'all feel about Second Life being expensive, comments under this video, and we're gonna continue the conversation because this is a serious matter for Second Life, especially if people are spending thousands of dollars, thousands of their real life money on here, and y'all just don't care. So then when people stop buying y'all stuff, are y'all gonna care? Oh, y'all are. I would hate for it to get to that point because Second Life is getting boring. Like, I feel like one of the few things keeping Second Life still moving on the urban side is shopping, and the shopping is slowing down. So I don't know, it's better they listen now than later, because later it might be too late. Who knows? Anyways, like I said, make sure y'all subscribe to my Patreon. I have a new Patreon exclusive on there. If y'all want to see how I did my makeup and stuff, start to finish, my makeup girlies, I'm telling y'all the products I use, etc. All my socials and stuff are in my link tree in the description. Nails are the same as in the previous video, but I'll link them again just in case. And yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with another video.